as we dance. As we dance.
Good evening, everyone. Join us early. Tonight's Super 6 special quiz kicking off around about 8, 5 past 8, something like that. If you want to text hi at the number on screen, I'll give you a quick shout out before we get started.
As we dance.
The Thornton Trio first text of the night. Good evening. Good evening to Sully in Leeds tonight. We've got Harry Bourne from Cleedon.
As we dance.
Good evening, Jed. Lockdown Loonies are on. We've got Joe from Bellevue Villas. We've got Dawn on from Bellevue Villas as well tonight. We've got a hi from someone that has never texted before, actually, ended in 614. We've got Rob on from South Shields. If you notice, I've had a bit of a hairdo. Milligan Salon will be opening shortly after lockdown. Someone just saying there they can't really hear us. I think that might be better for you. We've got Emma and Corey from Southwest Denton on there tonight. Tonight is a Super 6 quiz. Round 1 is Science and Nature. Round 2, General History. Round 3 is just potluck. 4's Picture This. We've got languages in round 5 and finishing off with the chain. We've got some bingo in between as well. Good evening, Elmo in Leeds. Got Jackson from Stanley on. I'm just about to put your joining code on. Remember, you need your second device, kidweebit.com, and you just pop this on. Got Pearl and Rich on, the sexy fuckers. Here comes tonight's code for you to get onto the quiz. Bottom right hand corner of the screen, it should be on there now for you. V42782. Got Jeff and Sophie on there as well, I've just noticed. You might notice tonight's music is, well, it's an album called Outdoor Beats. It's totally royalty free, so there's no chance of YouTube kicking us off like they embarrassingly did on Wednesday, the bastards. We've got our hello and hello, darling. Giving a shout out to our Sophie tonight. Jeff says he loves you most of the time. Got Kelly and Ian on from Ravensbourne Avenue. Trevor, Sue, Jack, and the collie from Harden Park. Hi to whoever's number ends in 402. Sexy Karen on from Jarrow. Hello, Karen. Yes, I know. It's Helen's mum. We've got Ross and Andrea in heaven. We've got Julie, Stu, and Haribo. We've got Ant and Kay from Seaburn. Your code's on the screen. Remember, bottom right hand corner of your screen, the code's on. Got Dan and Tracy on as well. Just going to stick the 5-minute countdown on before we get started. Got Jane, Peter and Emma in Bolden, #down lockdown. It's Helen's auntie, uncle and cousin. I think the whole family's joined us tonight. The Coopers are in the house. Possum K from Bridge Hill, good evening. Good evening, Chloe and Reagan in Peterlee. Got a hello from the jocks, Becky and Terry. Remember, your code is in the bottom right hand side of the screen. If it's the first time you play tonight, you need a second device, kwbit.com. Get on there, pop the code in, choose a team name. Got 52 teams on so far tonight. The quiz itself is 6 random rounds. Zoe's asking where I got the soundtrack for tonight. I'm using Outdoor Beats. It's Epidemic Sound's website. It's a free website. Totally royalty free, so there's no chance of YouTube kicking me off. Got Andrew, Jill and Georgia from the Bolden Cotswolds in the house. Got the McKennans from East Bolden are here again. Just under a minute before we get started. Got a shout out to the Oars, good evening. Okay, so remember, if you get kicked off tonight's quiz, just the code will stay on the screen all night. Just pop it back in, stick your team name in again, and it should let you continue. So round one is science and nature. So question number one, it's a picture question. This is a symbol for which chemical element? 50% of people got that wrong there, and it was zirconium. Sandy in there the quickest. Good evening, Sarah and Andy. Question number two, you need to pop these in the correct order. So, organise the following geological eras from earliest to the latest. The fastest in there was Suck My Balls, and the correct order was Precambrian, Paleozoic, Mesozoic, Cenozoic. I think that is how you say them. Never mind. Question number three. You need to choose two answers. So which of the following which of the following are the two hottest planets in the solar system? Fastest in there was a pat on the back, and the correct answers were Mercury and Venus. Question number four, you need to type the number into the keypad, and you can be within one of the actual answer. So approximately what percentage of the Earth's surface is covered by water? Cupid's done in there the quickest, and it was 71%. Question number 5. Which of the following was invented in 1913? Right answer there was the zip. The jocks got in there the quickest. So question number 6. Organise the following human body bones by their average length for the longest to the shortest. So here we go, the jocks in there with the fastest answer that time. The right order was the femur, which is your thigh bone, tibia, which is your shin bone, fibula, which is your lower leg bone, and humerus, which is in your upper arm. And when you bash that, it does not make you laugh. Question number 7. In Einstein's theory of relativity, E equals mc squared. What does the E and the M represent? Ninja Buddies with the quickest answer there. It was energy and mass. Question number 8. It's type the correct number into the keypad. So how many bones does a human hand have? You can be within 3 of the right answer. Here comes your keypad. Cupid's done in there the quickest, and there is 27 bones. Question number 9. Cynophobia is a fear of what? Cupid's done in there the quickest again, and that is a fear of dogs. Question number 10. Organise the following animals by their average weight, starting with the heaviest and finishing with the lightest. In the house, the quickest there. Right, the correct order. Heaviest was the blue whale, and then the whale shark, the African elephant, and then the white rhino. Question number 11. Which 2 of the following animals are officially extinct? That was the dodo and passenger pigeon. Our Helen in there the quickest that time. Final question of round 1. How many hearts does an octopus have? TTL in there with the quickest answer, and it was 3. So the end of round 1. We're in the house in first with 1,586. Sandy in second. Quiz Generals in third. Suck My Balls in fourth. And Cupid Stunts in fifth. What a mouthful, eh? Round 2 is General History. So question 1, it's a picture question. What is the name of this US president who had a home called the Hermitage? Should have your picture there now, and here come the options. Fastest answer there came from a quiz team, and that was Andrew Jackson. Question number 2, you're going to type the number in the keypad here. So, in what year did the Battle of Waterloo take place? Your answers can be within 5 of the actual answer. Well done to the Cupid Stunts, fastest in there, and that was 1815. Question number 3. Which 2 of the following did Abraham Lincoln do? Sandy in there, the quickest. It was bartend and wrestle. So question number 4. Which Greek historian is known as the father of history? In the house in there, the quickest, and it was Herodotus. Question number 5. Organise these Thomas Edison inventions in chronological order from most to least recent. Here we go. So the correct order was the kinetoscope. That was 1888 to 1890. The incandescent light bulb in 1879. The carbon microphone in 1877 to 78. and the phonograph in 1877. Helen in there with the quickest answer. I'm really confused about that question. Didn't even make sense. Number 6. Who were the first 2 men to walk on the moon? Elmo in there, the quickest that time, and it was Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin. I think literally every single person got that right there. Question number 7, it's to type the correct number. So for how many days did English Queen Lady Jane Grey reign? Fastest in there was the Cupid stunts, and the answer was 9. Question 8. Which proxy war took place between 1950 and 1953? Quiz General's in there, the quick that time, and it was the Korean War. Question number 9, it's a picture question. You need to tell me, who is this man? There's your picture, and here comes the options. Sean's been in there the quickest, and it was Charles Lindbergh. Question number 10 is to type the correct number. So Galileo published the Starry Messenger in what year? Now your answers can be within 20 of the actual answer. Fastest in there again was the Cupid stunts, and it was 1610. Question 11. What were the names of the Curie couple that discovered radium in 1898? The right answer was Mary and Pierre, a quiz team in there the quickest. Question number 12, last one of this round 2. You need to organise the following English colonies by their independence date, starting with the earliest to the most recent. Fastest in there was Sully, and here is the correct order with the years. So we've got the United States was the earliest in 1783, India in 1947, Jamaica in 62, and Botswana in 1966. So the end of round 2, here is the top 5. So we've got Quiz Generals with 1,701, Cupid Stunts in 2nd, a Quiz Team in 3rd, Sully in 4th, and Lockdown in 5th. So the end of round 2, that means one thing and only. It's bingo time. So, let's have a look-see here. If you haven't played the game before, some of you might not have. I'll play a quick video. You are going to need a pen and paper. Remember, if you haven't played before, you will need a piece of paper and a pen to write down your numbers, and this is how you get them. Here's the video. Right, guys. Instructions for tonight for the bingo. Slightly different from Wednesday. Same concept, but a new number. So this is how we'll play. You're going to take your own mobile number. So there's an example one here. We're going to take the 0 off, and that's going to leave you 5 pairs of numbers. So 74, 58, 46, 57. Now in this phone number there's 2 of the same number. So what you do is you round it up to the next. So it'll be 57, 58 instead of 57, 57. Okay? If you hit the bingo, as I say, we've got a brand new burner number. So you're going to text bingo to this number here. Now what's going to happen then is... So that's how you play. I'll give you a few minutes just to grab a drink, a pen and paper, and we'll get started in a minute. I'll leave you with some music.
As we dance, as we dance, as we dance, as we dance.
Okay, remember, so you need pen and paper, you should have your numbers written down, you should have 5 numbers in front of you. The game is going to be on the screen as well, so you can see the numbers. The first one's out 8 and 4, 84. First round night is worth 1,000 bonus points towards your score. Wednesday was the first time the score from the bingos made any difference to the top 5. So it all adds up. And it could make the difference. So if you're not doing too well on the quiz, the points could add and make you get into the top 5. So the first number out was 8 and 4, 84. Here comes your next. 2 and 9, 29. 4 0, blind 40. 6 and 9, 69. 4 and 7, 47. 4 and 1, 41. All the zeros, 0. Oh, just 1 second. I've just realised the number that you need to text if you get the bingo is on the screen. So next is 6 and 2, 62. 4 and 8, 48. 5 and 8, 58. All the ones, number 11. 9 and 2, 92. 9 and 5, 95. 3 and 7, 37. 7 and 1, 71. 1 and 7, 17. 4 and 3, 43. 2 and 4, 24. 8 and 7, 87. 5 and 6, 56. 1 and 2, number 12. 9 and 6, 96. All of 3's 33. 2 by itself, number 2. 6 and 7, 67. 5 all blind, 50. 5 and 2, 52. 1 and 8, 18. 9 and 8, 98. All the 6's 66. 3 and 2, 32. 2 and 7, 27. 9 and 1, 91. All the 7's 77. 5 by itself, number 5. 6 all blind, 60. 6 by itself, number 6. 7 and 6, 76. 7 and 8, 78. 8 and 6, 86. 1 and 6, 16. 9 and 7, 97. 10. 6 and 3, 63. 2 all blind, 20. 4 and 5, 45. 3 by itself, number 3. 1 and 5, 15. 9 by itself, number 9. Oh, we've got a bingo, just 1 second. That is a valid claim, and it goes to Pudsey. An extra 1,000 points there. Can you believe it? It's my sister. If anyone wants us to show the numbers, I don't have a problem. We did have another bingo come through, but unfortunately, Gemma came through first. Quick shout out to the Scots in Whitburn. That one's just come through on the old burn phone there. Right, I'll give you a few seconds. Grab a drink, nip to the loo, have a fag, and we'll start round 3 in a minute. Remember, if you have been kicked off the quiz, the code is in the bottom right hand corner of the screen there. Okay, let's get cracking. So round 3 is the potluck round. It's 12 questions covering well. You're about to find out, aren't you? So question number 1. Reginald Dwight is the real name of which pop singer? Fastest answer there came from the McKennas, and that was Elton John, the right answer. Question number 2. Which is the only country to have won the World Cup on 5 different occasions? Fastest answer came from the McKennas again, and that is Brazil. Question number 3. The treaties that are concerned with the treatment of prisoners of war were signed in which Swiss city? Fastest there was Elmo, and it's Geneva. Question number 4, you need to put these in the right order, so you tap them in the right order. So put the 4 stars of Rising Damp in the order that appeared in the opening credits. Fastest answer was from Quizzical State. Here is the right order. So it's Leonard Rosita, Richard Beckinsale, Frances de la Tour, and Don Warrington. Question number 5. Who sang on Mark Ronson's chart topper, Uptown Funk? Fastest answer come from the McKennas again, and it was Bruno Mars. Question number 6. Who was Tony Blair's Deputy Prime Minister? Fastest answer came from a quiz team, and that was John Prescott. Question number 7. What are the first names of the Duchess of Cambridge's parents? Fastest answer came from a pat on the back, and it's Carol and Michael. Question number 8. Which city was nicknamed Hitsville, USA? Fastest answer there came from the Thornton Trio, and that is Detroit. So question number 9. Bill Sikes is a character in which Charles Dickens novel? Fastest answer came from the Ninja Buddies, and it's Oliver Twist. Question number 10. You need to type this into the number keypad here. How many sides does a rhombus have?
Skin is strong enough. Huddle a little bit closer, babe. Let's see if I can warm you up. Oh, babe, snuggle, babe. Oh, babe, snuggle, babe. Oh, babe, snuggle, babe.
So a rhombus has 4 sides. Cupid stunts in there with the quickest answer. Question number 11. Which beer brand is known as the Dog? Love it, me.
Wanna stay? Let's get stupid lazy. My kind of baby. Don't stop, this is my favorite part. Hold me like it's out of style. Imagination is running wild.
Bend over in there the quickest, and it's a Newcastle Brown Ale. Has to be served ultra chilled. Get you absolutely smashed off your tits. Question number 12. Which actor played a billionaire in the film Indecent Proposal?
You drive me crazy. My kind of baby. Wanna stay? Let's get stupid lazy. My kind of baby.
Ninja Buddies in there the quickest again, and that was Robert Redford. So the end of round number 3, I think it is. We've got Scots in first, 2,150. Ninja Buddies in second, Coopers in third, Lockdown fourth, Jane Kane fifth. It's swinging all over at night. That's the good thing about Super 6. You just never know what you're going to get. So round 4, picture this. So I'm going to give you 12 questions about 12 images, 12 chances for the fastest finger bonus. So question number 1, if you hadn't guessed, it's a picture question. This is an image of which art movement? Here comes your picture. And there's your answers. The Throbson's in there the fastest. That is Art Nouveau. Question number 2. This English historical figure was not famous for which of the following things? Fastest answer there came from Cupid Stunts again, and it's inventing. William Blake is considered a seminal figure in the history of the poetry and visual arts of the Romantic Age. Who cares? Question number 3. This former US president is known for playing which of the following instruments? Bloop, blip, plop in there with a quick answer, and that was the piano. Question number 4. This is the flag for which country? Fastest answer there came from the Snormstons, and it's Bhutan. Question number 5. This is an album cover for which band? Sean's been in there the quickest. It's the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Question number 6. This is the outline of which country? Nacho cheese in there the quickest, and it was Iraq. Question number 7. In which century did this animal become extinct? The All's in there the quickest, and that was the 17th century. That was the dodo. If you've never seen one before, that's the dodo. But you've probably never seen one because it's fucking extinct. Question number 8. What is the name of this writer? Oh, bless our Helen in there the quickest, and that was Dante. Where can you find this sculpture by Michelangelo? Mr. Gray in there, the quickest there, and that was St. Peter's Basilica. No, is it? That's the right answer though. Question number 10. In which scientific method do you use this to know the exact year a tree was formed? Suck my balls in there the quickest that time, and it was dendrochronologically. Oh my god, there is no chance I can say that. Question number 11. What is the name of this island that was annexed by France in 1880?
Caving in to our doubts, faces filled with sadness. When words are said, we'll regret. I can see the fight that we made just to save us. When we try to make up for never letting go, said the things we promised not to say.
Fastest answer there came from Suck My Balls again, and that was Tahiti. Question number 12. What is the name of this city which was the first capital of Italy?
We can't be hurting together. This is the hard way better. We can't be hurting together. This is the hard way
In the house in there, the quickest, and that was Turin. So the end of round 4. We've got Elmo in first with 1,623. Sully in second. The Snormstons in third. Scott's in fourth. And Cupid Stunts in fifth. It's changed all over again. So the end of round 4, that means round 2 of bingo. Oh yeah, I love the bingo. Right, so remember, you're going to text this number here. If you do get the bingo, you're starting fresh again, so you'll have your 5 numbers, exactly the same as what you had in the first round, but none of them should be checked off. I will just quickly reset the bingo game. Reset. Yes. We'll just turn the music down because I know people like to get serious. So the second round of bingo is 1,500 points. Remember, Gemma in the first round got 1,000. So the first number out is 5 and 4, number 54. All the ones, number 11. 9 and 2, 92. 9 by itself, number 9. 3 by itself, number 3. 9 and 8, 98. 7 and 1, 71. 3 and 1, 31. 5 and 7, 57. 5 and 3, 53. All the 5s, 55. 7 all blind, 70. 7 and 2, 72. 8 and 9, 89. All the 9s, 99. 1 and 8, 18. 7 and 4, 74. 9 and 4, 94. 6 and 2, 62. 2 by itself, number 2. 5 and 2, 52. 8 and 3, 83. All the 7s, 77. Oh, we've got a bingo already. Just 1 second while I check it. That has got to be the quickest bingo we have had. Well done, Diane Cooper. 24 numbers, that's all that was out there. So Cooper's get an extra 1,500 points. Right, we're going to take just a couple of minutes break. Top those drinks up, have a piss, have a fag. I'll be with you in a couple of minutes. Okay, let's get cracking. Round 5 is all to play for tonight. It is very close. So round 5 is all about language. Bonjour, hola, hello. So question number 1. Which of the following is not an official language of Belgium? Big Smith Harry Boy there with the quickest answer. That was English. Question number 2, it's a picture question. What is the most widely spoken native language on this continent? So there's the continent. What is the language? Fastest answer came from Cupid Stunts, and that was Russian, believe it or not. Question number 3. Which two of the following are French words for fruits? A quiz team in there, the quickest with that one. That was Pomme and Citron. A citron is a lemon and a pomme is an apple. Question number 4. You need to type the correct number. What number is 14 in Spanish? Fastest in there was a pat on the back, and that was 14. Question number 5. Tap these answers in the correct order. So you organise the following languages by how much they are taught worldwide, from the most to the least. So the most taught languages to the least. Fastest answer there came from a quiz team again. So here is the correct order. So the most is English, then French, Spanish, and then German. Did you know approximately 20% of the world's population speaks English? That's 1.5 billion people. Question number 6. What is the most common word in the English language? I think I see it a lot. Fastest answer there came from the jocks, and it's there. Question number 7. English is the official... Oh, 1 second, I'll just turn that down. Question number 7. English is the official language in which 2 of the following countries? Fastest answer came from Blip Blop, and it was Nigeria and Jamaica. Question number 8, you're going to type the correct number here. So 20 is the German word for what number? 20. Fastest answer came from a pat on the back, and that is number 20. Question number 9. Mark Okrand is widely credited as having created which fictional language in 1979? The McKennas were in there the quickest, and it's Klingon. Question number 10. Which two of the following are the most common languages spoken in China? The McKenna's in there the quickest again. It was Mandarin and Cantonese. Question number 11. Which of the following is the Spanish word for horse? Ninja Buddy's in there the quickest that time, and it was Caballo. Last question of round 5. Here we go. How many official languages of the European Union are there? You need to type the correct number. Cupid stunts in there the quickest, and it was 24. I'm not going to read them all out because that's boring. So, the end of round 5. God, suck my balls in first again with 1,706. In the house in second. Quiz Generals in third. Cupid stunts in fourth. And Sully is in fifth. So, the final question round of tonight. It's the chain, so every answer is related to the next question. So are you ready? Here we go. Question number 1. Which fictional character has friends called Ron Weasley and Hermione Granger? Fastest in there that time was, let's have a look, the McKennas. The right answer was Harry Potter, of course. So question 2, Beatrix Potter left almost all of her property to which conservation organisation? Fastest answer there again was the McKennas, and she left it all to the National Trust. Question number 3. What is the tallest fence in the Grand National? feel like I'm playing on a Game Boy. Lockdown in there with the fastest answer, and it was the chair. Question number 4. Which word can precede chair, guitar, and storm? I've just had an absolute belter of a text there saying the tallest fence at the Grand National. Surely it's the one to stop folk without a ticket getting in. What a belter. Elmo in the quickest there with that answer, and it was electric. Question number 5. Which Electric Light Orchestra album, or ELO, originally featured the hits Mr. Blue Sky and Turn to Stone?
Hiramorn Granger. What?
Yes, Jeff, I'm an idiot. Blip Blop in there the quickest, and the right answer was Out of the Blue. So question number 6. I never did anything out of the blue is a line from which David Bowie song? Big Smith Harry Boy in there with the quickest answer. Ashes to Ashes was the right answer. Question number 7. Which mythical Egyptian bird rose from the ashes? Gonna put a quick shout out to Sophie McLean tonight. In the house got in there the quickest that time, and it is the Phoenix. Question number 8. Oh god, this is a long one. In an episode of Phoenix Nights, Fire Officer Keith Lord recites the lyrics of which 1970s dance floor classic to a bewildered audience at a workmen's club? Fastest answer there came from the Thornton Trio, and it was Disco Inferno. Question number 9. Which of their hits do the members of Blondie refer to as the disco song in interviews? Fastest answer was from Mr. Grey there, and it's Heart of Glass. Question number 10. Which comedian did Dara O'Brien refer to as the dark heart of Mock the Week? Fastest answer there came from Lockdown, and it is Frankie Boyle. He's an absolute fucking belter. Question number 11. Which Frankie Goes to Hollywood hit spent 9 weeks at number 1? Fastest answer came from the McKennas, and it's 2 tribes. Question number 12. Who is the presenter of the TV quiz 2 Tribes? Fastest answer there came from Cube. It's once again, it was Richard Osman. So the end of the final round of tonight's quiz. Here are the top 5 of the last round. So we've got Lockdown in first with 1,981, Cupid Stunts in second, Scott's in third, Jeff and Sophie in fourth, and the Thornton Trio in fifth. Now before we look at the final score table, get my words out. It's one final round of bingo now. This one is worth 2,000 points to the final caller. So this could make a difference because tonight's quiz is possibly the closest it's ever been. Get my breath there. So let's have a look. See. So we need the. Let's have a look. Turn the music off. Remember, there's your test. Your bingo number in the corner. You text if you get the bingo. So let's get the game up. So here we go. For the last time of night, it's bingo time. Eyes down. So your first number is 9 and 5, 95. 6 and 7, 67. 7 and 2, 72. All the 6s, clickety click, 66. 5 and 8, 58. 5 and 6, 56. 8 by itself, number 8. 4 and 8, 48. 8 and 2, 82. 9 and 4, 94. 3 and 1, 31. 6 and 2, 62. All the 2s, 22. 2 and 5, 25. 1 and 6, 16. 2 and 4, 24. All the 3s, 33. All the 5s, 55. 8 and 1, 81. 1 and 3, 13. 6 and 1, 61. 1 and 8, 18. 2 all blind, 20. It's my age. 3 all blind, 30. 7 and 3, 73. 6 all blind, 60. 1 and 9, 19. 6 and 9, 69. 6 and 4, 64. 1 and 4, 14. 3 and 7, 37. 5 and 2, 52. 7 and 6, 76. All the 0s, 0. 5 by itself, number 5. 2 by itself, number 2. 5 and 9, 59. 2 and 7, 27. 3 and 4, 34. 3 and 6, 36. 7 by itself, number 7. 7 all blind, 70. 6 by itself, number 6. 7 and 8, 78. 7 and 1, 71. 5 and 1, 51. 5 and 7, 57. All the ones, legs 11. 4 and 3, 43. All the 8s, 2 fat ladies, 88. 5 and 3, 53. 9 and 8, 98. 7 and 9, 79. 7 and 4, 74. Oh, we've got a bingo. I thought it was going to come there just 1 second while I check it. It is a valid call. Now, there was 3 came through, but the first one that came through was from the McKennas. Well done. That's an extra 2,000 points. We did have Quizzical State come through and Daniel from the Coopers again. But sorry, the bingo came through from the McKennas first, so they get the points. Right, just while I double check tonight's... what do you call it? Overall score.
You can't touch
Hi,
me.
everyone. What's going on there? My word, I've pressed a million things wrong there. But just before I figure out who has won tonight's quiz, just to let you know, tomorrow night we've got a private porter game going on. It's £5 and or $5, so it's like works out £4.30 something. It's as I say, it's a private game on 888 Poker. You just need to download the app on your phone, tablet, or your laptop. There's a free 20 quid for just signing up. It starts at 8 o'clock tomorrow. There's the game name and the game password. I'll be putting it on the Facebook page tomorrow. It's limited to 10 seats for the first one, just to see how it goes. If you want to watch this back on YouTube and get the details, you can just play it back in the morning and skip through it. Wait there, let's have a look. It's 1 hour and 45 minutes it's been going for. But as I say, it will be on the Facebook page tomorrow if anyone of you want to join in on the porter. It's just a bit crack. So let's go back. There we go. So let's have a look at the final table. So we've got Cupid Stunts in first at the minute. So I'll just work out who needs the extra. So the Coopers. Oh, see, the Coopers would. Well, I need to work this out. Just give us 1 second. Right, so there has been a change, and it goes to the Coopers. So we've got the Cupid Stunts still in first tonight. Well done, guys. In second, we now have the Coopers with the extra 1,500 bonus points added in. It takes them to 9,197. Third in the house with 8,693. Fourth, Scots 8421, and then the McKenna's extra 2,000 there has just knocked Sully off 5th. So well done for everyone joining tonight. Remember, Wednesday will be a vote quiz one. Just keep an eye out on the Facebook. I haven't had a chance yet to have a look and see what's available. Tomorrow night we do have the poker on there. Remember, I'll put it on and leave it on actually if any of you want to write it down, and I'll leave this video running for a couple of minutes for you. But I'll see you, if not tomorrow night, I'll see you all on Wednesday. Cheers, folks. Good night.